Beautiful. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for joining. For those who are new to this community, Intention Inspired is all about supporting ourselves and just one another to discover our deepest intentions and to nurture those desires into yummy, aligned action. And recently I was inspired by lots of you who are on here. Valley, God bless you. Marva, Jen, Roxana, she had to deal with some family stuff, so sending her some love. And many others in just like my personal life to explore a topic that affects us all on our journey to well-being, money. So we're going to have some fun with it. We're going to unearth some of our financial intentions, drop into some mindfulness practices, connect with our inmost self to just reveal what it is that we truly desire in the realm of money and wealth. We'll do some stream of consciousness style journaling, so feel free to have a pen and paper handy. We're going to tap into subconscious a bit to just get to know ourselves better and how we're wired so that we can create some more room to grow, maybe recognize, release some blockages, rewire some beliefs, and formulate more of a plan towards more financial freedom. And this is also a discussion too. I definitely want to hear any 2 cents that wants to be shared. So feel free to chime in, pun intended. Chime in anytime. The more input and perspective that we can get from one another will just make this time that much more potent and juicy, as well as inform the upcoming sessions and inspirations and topics that we will include in our money journey and future creations. So thank you for showing up, for participating, or supporting one another, or getting curious into yourself as we explore the intricate realm of money, wealth, abundance. Let's make some magic. We're just going to drop into our bodies, into our breath, into this moment, so we can connect to ourself, so that we can reside in the clarity that comes when we inhabit more of our abundant, limitless selves. So go ahead and make yourself a little more comfortable, maybe adjusting your posture so your body's a little more alert and engaged, yet soft and relaxed. Feel free to close the eyes if that feels good for you, or maintain a soft gaze. Just noticing where we are in our breathing. Beginning to empty what air we have so that we can take a nice deep inhale through the nose, feeling the lungs expand outward, holding at the top of the inhale, and then releasing any tension with the exhale through the mouth. Inhaling again deeply, slowly through the nose, holding the breath at the tippy top of the inhale. Just enjoying this invigorating, healthy chemical cocktail of endorphins that flush through the body and brain as we open our energy bodies. And just relaxing the exhale out. Noticing how much spaciousness and presence just 2 intentional breaths can provide. Feeling this body relax into itself. Roots extending from the feet, grounding into the earth. As we are being woven by the universe, as we contribute in weaving it, let's begin to tap into this unique blueprint of our individual life that is you. There is nobody quite like you. You are truly unique. Just as each snowflake, each flower, each passing moment is unique. Nobody ever was or ever will be you. What a precious thing you are. What is it about your unique design that lights you up? What makes your soul sing? What is it that you want with this one wild and precious life? Connecting to our heart, perhaps placing a hand on the heart, appreciating the profound wisdom and intuitive guidance our heart provides. Feeling into this magical heart, connecting you with your deepest sense of self. Breathing into this heart space, maybe visualizing a golden light expanding into the heart, filling you with warmth, abundance, and wisdom, radiating into all that you are. Breathing out, softening, releasing, evaporating. Now imagine yourself in a scenario where you are financially free. Money's no issue. Where are you? What are you doing? What are you creating? How are you enjoying spending your time? Just taking note of any emotions or images that arise. These are insights into our deeper why. Why it is that we do anything that we do. This is the resilient driving force behind our ability to create more money or anything for that matter. Just residing in this curious self-inquiry around money for a moment. When it comes to money and wealth, what are your deeper intentions? Perhaps you want to have some more security. Maybe you want money as a tool to further empower your dreams, to be a catalyst for change, to eat the finest snacks in the land, to fuel your passion projects, create healthier environments, to travel, to learn, to be able to give to others generously. What is at the heart of your desire for more money? inviting a nice big inhale. Exhaling with a wealthy sigh. Bringing our awareness back into the room, finding our way to our journal. How reassuring that when we take a moment to be still, to ask, and to listen, like we just did, we get invaluable feedback to work with in regards to our unique financial path. So let's just give ourselves a moment to write down any insights that came through during this reflection. What is at the heart of your desire for more money? An invitation to just free flow, right? Like releasing the urge to overanalyze, just keep the pen flowing. And I'll just give us a minute. I'll set a timer. What is at the heart of your desire for more money? Wow, a minute goes by fast. I'll give us 30 more seconds. All right, maybe just one more word or two to wrap it up. Inner feedback. What do we got? Let's just take a couple minutes to popcorn around and share any insights that surfaced.
Freedom.
You want me to read my secret?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
knew you were going to say that.
Exactly.
Okay, well,
Marv, I heard you say freedom.
I'm glad I
Go
was
ahead.
being honest. Go ahead, Marv, if you want to tell yours first, you sure can.
That was the extent of my I mean, I have freedom, the freedom to stay or go, the freedom to give and receive, the without juggling, and the freedom to be in a space that feeds my soul. So
Okay.
that's it.
Well, mine was I want to live at the coast, enjoy the feeling of putting my feet in the sand and the sea, creating art to feed my soul and be profitable for my peace of mind and clarity.
Nice.
Bridges.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's get those feet in the sand.
You have no idea.
Oh,
I think I do.
Yes, I think you do.
Sapira.
Welcome,
Good
Sapira. We're just sharing some
morning.
journal prompts after a
evening.
meditation.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
If anyone else would
Sorry, I
like
missed
to
it.
chime in on what is at the heart of your desire for more money, feel free to share.
I'll share. I put down learning is a big part of it, like school and travel and experience and adventure. I envision it like unlocking doors for that. And then also service, like the ability to serve people in terms of like teaching or helping people heal, or them helping them discover joy through play and movement. And also like physical well-being, like an idea of just being able to take better care of myself, or security. Uh, and I noticed when I was writing these things down, I got a little emotional, and I realized that it's interesting how I have money wrapped up in dreaming big and having these things, because as I look at this list, do I necessarily need a big chunk of money to make all of this happen? And not necessarily. It's like, I don't know, there's just something there. I haven't quite figured out what's going on, but there's something there. I don't know.
I love that. Thanks for sharing, Bex. Maybe one more person before we journey forth, if you want to share.
Yeah, I can share. Hi, everybody. So there's like baseline sort of stability, foundational security that I want at a higher level. And that's just, yeah, that's foundational. But really, yeah, I also, like Bex said, I want to be of service, and in really as big a ways as I can, whether that's, one-to-one interpersonal, or like creating things that really benefit the world, or supporting the creation of things through either having more time to give, or more money to give, or whatever. And whether it's businesses or nonprofits or just cool ideas, being able to amplify those things through my own resources would be great.
Yeah,
and I'm doing those things, but I want to do them more.
Yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. If I may assert what is at the heart of my desire for money, and I feel like for all these things that are shared, is to feel good. All these things that we want is just ultimately, it feels good to use money as a tool for good, or to make as many other people feel free and feel good. And being financially free feels really good. I want it for everyone. It was what inspired me to pour more attention into it, just for myself, but also seeing the stress that not having money, or just the dynamic there, the relationship there, creates. I've had to count pennies most of my life, be very discerning with my money, because I wasn't given much growing up. And, thank God, because that put a fire under me to figure out how to make money so that I could buy the things that I thought would make me feel good. The first iPhone is what comes to mind. I always wanted a phone growing up, and I was always told, if you want it, you just got to go buy it. And my first phone was the very first iPhone that came out. I stood in line at the San Francisco Apple Store on the release day, June 29th, 2007. Back when you could get a phone for like $50, but instead I gladly paid $800 for the first iPhone, because it felt really good. I was like, yeah, it felt really good. But as I continued to chase money for happiness, I discovered that there's this happiness plateau when it comes to money, beyond which money doesn't really improve well-being or life satisfaction. And this is a pretty well-known understanding that many studies have explored. One of the most cited figures is around 75,000 per year in the United States. And ultimately, what the studies show is that once we make enough money to live comfortably in the environment that we're in, more money does not exactly equate to more happiness. So that begs the question, if happiness and feeling good is the desired outcome for more money, perhaps instead of asking, how can I make more money, a more effective question to manifest our deeper desires could be like, how can I be happy and feel good right now with what I have, while accumulating more of this tool. So as I've been exploring that, I created this thing I'm calling the Grateful Investment Jar. And this is just a gratitude practice for the wealth that I already have. And the invitation is to write down one way in which you are already abundantly wealthy, and then place that note into the jar. And this is just like I feel a good way to balance out that desire of not really entering that lack, that mentality, that not enough, that victim mentality, and like really honoring the fact that like we're pretty abundant. I found that like everyone on this call, just by being on this call, living in the United States, we're in the top 1% of wealthiest people in the world. we're balling out. And to really understand that it makes me feel very blessed, very happy. And as a bonus, it continues to cultivate those things and manifest those things that we believe money will bring us: happiness, equanimity, freedom, stability, satisfaction. So yeah, I'll just invite us to write our first grateful investment note, just bringing to mind an area in your life that you are just living your best life. I'll just share a few to get the gears turning. I am grateful for the abundance of freedom and creativity I have to achieve my goals and manifest my dreams. I am grateful for the endless wealth of opportunities to grow, learn, and contribute to collective healing and joy. I know there's one about snacks in here. I am grateful for the wealth of interactions I have, because each connection is a chance to sow seeds of love, joy, growth, and beyond. I am so grateful for the structures I've put in place to steadily accumulate wealth and allow my money to compound and grow. I am grateful for the ways my past self considers and invests in my future self. Last one, this has got to be the snack one. I am grateful that I don't have to stress about buying healthy food. There it is. And the goal here is really just to inhabit and honor and be grateful for the wealth of abundance that we have, and pay reverence to these things. And by doing so, we naturally accumulate and cultivate more of it. It's just how gratitude works. It's quite magical. So if you haven't already, go ahead and take a moment to write down your first grateful investment note. How is your life abundantly rich right now? And let's share it. Feel free to speak to that.
Matt,
Yes.
you put us in the 1% of the world.
Yeah.
Yeah. And which I'm extremely grateful for being there. But were you able to accomplish that thought without any twinge of for lack of a better word, guilt?
Guilt? No, to be honest. Blessed that I was kind of born into it, I guess. But I guess the guilt, speak more to that.
Well, I've been on the planet on this planet a lot longer than you. So some stuff is just woven into the experience of being here. But I mean, you can't really get away from it that that we as the United States of America are kind of spoiled and entitled. I mean, it's in our face all the time. Now, I don't operate, you don't operate, we don't operate in that in the spoiled and entitled realm.
Mm.
However, even if you travel to another country or whatever, um, you kind of get the feeling that that's kind of a mass consciousness held belief. So I was just wondering um, if you were able to say that with total open gratitude, or was there just a little bit of resistance and hesitation? Because,
Yeah.
and the only reason that I'm even bringing it up is because there is a lot of conditioning wrapped around your belief system about money
Mm-hmm.
and your place in the world. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you get curious about, you know, where your comfortability line is your comfortability line at 30,000, 50,000? You're going to win the lottery and all of a sudden you're going to lose all your money till you're back down to your comfortability zone. You know, I mean, they have studies on it. It happens. And your thought to raise that bar, you know, to a higher level of, basically a higher level of consciousness, but also a higher level of worthiness and value of your own being. One of the things you have to get curious about is these underlying beliefs about wealth and abundance. Just saying.
Amen. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that perspective and that invitation. Yeah, good stuff. All right, well, just a continued invitation to continue noticing these things, these ways that we, you know, we've got it made, and just celebrating. And yeah, what kind of responsibility comes with that too, of just understanding like we are very rich, very wealthy, very abundant. Yeah.
I'll read mine.
Please.
I'm grateful for my marriage and a supportive life partner. I've been married 3 times.
This one's a keeper.
This one's a keeper, above and beyond. So, in that, with what Marva said about where's my level of comfortability with abundance or money, let's just say money because that's what that is. Abundance comes in many forms. I mean, I've got so much crap here at my house that I am abundant at something, obviously. You know what I mean? I'm not sitting in a tent eating out of a can of beans with a plastic spoon that I found at Food for Less, you know.
Right.
I have silverware and cups and coffee and snacks. I got snacks. You don't even know what the snacks look like. 8 people live in my house. I got snacks. And 3 of them are small people. But with that being said, in my marriage, in my day-to-day living with somebody who respects the same things I do, basically, he has raised my level of comfortability with abundance of many kinds, because he also believes that we do, that that's a state of mind, basically. Where do you draw your line? Well, my line used to probably about 25,000. Okay, just because I worked I lived by myself a lot. And even though I was married, I wasn't with that person for a very long time. So I raised 2 kids and did what I had to do, worked hard. But now it's like, it's a shared effort. And so with his comfortability level, which is much higher than mine, I'm able to see that there's somewhere further than that,
Mm-hmm.
and not to put a limit on it for myself, to
Mm-hmm.
allow it to be. Where is it going to be?
Mm-hmm.
I need to, now some of that I need to open up a little more, and just say, hey, it's all there. You just got to reach out and go, hey, that little piece is mine. I have to know that it flows. It just free flows for
Mm-hmm.
everybody. It's not just me, and people who live not like I live are making a choice and a decision for themselves on their abundance level or their comfortability level.
And thank God for community to show one another what's possible, to hold each other accountable for, what we know we want. I love that. I love that you receive that so sweetly from your partner.
Yeah.
Shelby shared, I'm grateful for my able, healthy body and all that it allows me to do. Good stuff. Yeah, all right. Marva, you pointed out, our relationship with money is rooted in deep-seated beliefs that we've inherited from culture, family, what we're born into, personal experiences. This is just the way. And it's pretty mind-boggling that studies show that most of these wired patterns that create our perspective and our beliefs about life are adopted by like age 7.
Yep.
Whoa. So it really takes an intentional, open-minded, curious, courageous self-inquiry to really see ourselves in the patterns we've adopted. Otherwise, these patterns will just continue to carve deeper and deeper grooves into our belief structures.
We start to believe that that's just the way it is.
Right.
This is life. That's
Reality.
just the way it is. And that is not the case. It's just the way it is because of a core belief.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So invitation to write a word or phrase in the chat that you've heard often that our culture associates with money. For example, money is the root of all evil.
Mm-hmm.
This one comes from a biblical passage, and my parents were pastors of a Christian church my whole upbringing, so I heard plenty of this saying, money is the root of all evil. And it's a real unfortunate thing because that's a shortened version of the full verse. And when you read the full verse, it means something completely different. And this happens in our society so much. A jack of all trades is the master of none, but often better than a master of one.
Yeah.
It means the complete opposite thing when we hear the whole thing. And so like the original verse from the saying, money is the root of all evil, this comes from 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 10, and it goes, for the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil. And so this shifts the focus from money itself being evil to the love of money, which can sometimes lead to immoral actions, just as it can sometimes lead to moral actions. But growing up, all I heard was money is the root of all evil, which is really confusing for a little person. Like I had massive resistance to money because I was scared that it was going to lead to evil things. And as we all know now, this is just not true. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evil sometimes.
Yeah.
Saphira, yeah, the harder you work, the more you suffer equals the more money and success. Yeah, Catherine, money doesn't grow on trees.
Mhm.
Yeah, these simple sayings that we picked up through our life has a massive impact on how we perceive reality and how we orient ourselves to money. And I'm still, even though I like know this, there's just like this money is the root of all. I'm still like, the more I connect with money, the more I find that it is just a tool and it can be used for good or for bad. And I have to keep reminding myself this because this was just like a deeply grooved pattern. But it's inspiring. It's inspiring to bring awareness to these things and yeah, recreate a
It's the way
healthy.
through.
It's the
It's
way through.
the way through is to shine the flashlight in that direction. See,
Yeah.
and the thing is that like two really great ways to weed out these core beliefs is in the process of a conversation with someone that you trust and have good conversation with. Notice the way you speak when you're talking about wealth, when you're talking about money, when you're talking about people who have money, when you're talking about the United States being in the 1%. That's one way, and then through meditation is the other way, is to just get cozy and see if you can shut your mind off enough to ask yourself some questions, your child self, some questions about what do you think about having a whole lot of money. I mean, and then you might get some insights as to, because these core beliefs operate as reality, they operate as fact, which they aren't, but
Yeah, and it can be adopted very easily subconsciously simply by the things we hear become the thoughts that we think, become the beliefs that we believe, which becomes the reality that we live.
there you go.
So by bringing awareness to these things that we've mostly subconsciously adopted, we step into becoming the creator of our reality,
Yes.
which has a massive impact on our ability to create money.
Yeah.
So by just recognizing these limiting beliefs and these blocks, we just naturally start to dismantle them, because what's not true, bring the light of awareness on it, it'll just start to evaporate.
And remembering to be compassionate towards yourself as you're weeding out these things that as a grown-up person you'll probably think, how could I pack this ridiculous belief around with me for this long of a period of time? But
It's all good.
yeah, but it's the human condition, and having compassion for yourself as you get curious, I'm finding, is a huge component. It's every bit like the gratitude jar.
Yeah.
The more compassion that you can throw at yourself for being a human on this physical plane, the smoother the ride goes.
Oh, yeah. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. I will just guide us into a short reflection to help us surface and see our own blind spots around these common money myths, so that we can just practice seeing them with compassion, rewiring our belief around money so that we can just kind of free up blockages and allow more money to flow. So, oh, I got to read this one. Rebecca, you also grew up with the belief around about suffering equals money. A single alcoholic mother barely keeping her job and suffering to support me and my sister created a false belief that I need to sacrifice mental health and happiness in order to make money. Oof, that's a real one. Calling in more examples of wealthy, abundant happiness. Aho, I love that. Okay, so let's just take a moment to come back to our body, realigning it as you feel inspired, perhaps closing the eyes. or just softening the gaze. Taking a deep breath in, hold, letting it out slowly. One more deep breath in, hold, and release. Scanning the body, noticing any tension, especially around the stomach or the chest. These are areas often linked to our feelings about security and wealth. Breathing into these spaces of tension. And on the exhale, just softening. Bringing to mind any of these sayings, teachings, beliefs around money that you've heard throughout your life. Maybe you've heard money doesn't come easy. If you want money, you got to work hard for it. That's not true. Some people work themselves to the bone and earn peanuts. And others manifest fortunes not through hard work, but smart work, or maybe even lucky work. Or how about, it takes money to make money? Sure, it could help, but certainly not required. Creativity, ingenuity, consistency, all those things make money. What stories have you been telling yourself about money? I often hear rich people are greedy, mostly by people who don't have money. Or money is not spiritual. That's not true. Wealth does not come with a personality trait. We can find saints and sinners in every tax bracket. There's so many examples of spiritual people leveraging wealth to create massive positive change. So we're just taking a look at these things that we've heard, getting curious as to how they may have settled into our subconscious patternings. Observing with curiosity, compassion, challenging the legitimacy. One of my fears around money is that I can't be rich and have free time. That's not true. Prioritization and delegation can make us rich in both money and time. Perhaps asking, are my thoughts about money serving? Are they serving me? Are they serving my highest good? Are my beliefs about money aligned with my deepest intentions and the life I want to live? Just listening to what comes up. Maybe even feeling it in your body. Feeling these outdated or limiting beliefs around money dissolving simply by having an awareness of them. Making room for new, more empowering beliefs. Breathing in, silently affirming, I am open to financial abundance. Breathing out, releasing the blocks that limit my financial flow. David shares, I think free time is part of wealth or time freedom. Love it. Rebecca says, that's so American. You must work 40 plus years in order to earn your free time. Retirement. Valley shares, money equals greed. Yeah, we hear a lot of stuff about money. Again, mostly from people who I feel are in a lack of it. Just remembering that the journey towards financial alignment is a never-ending adventure. We can always keep questioning, keep releasing, and keep aligning. Bringing our awareness back to the room as you're ready, and you can find your way to your journal to further investigate and dissipate these limiting beliefs. Maybe there's one that stuck out. You could just bring more awareness to it by writing it down, and maybe even just, where did it come from? Maybe naming where you may have picked that up. Cultural, familial, personal. And then challenge the belief. Is it true? Is this universally true? Does it serve your highest good? Does it align with your deeper intentions? And then let's flip it. Let's flip this limiting belief into a positive, empowering affirmation. A statement that aligns with your desired financial path and more expansive beliefs around money. And just a few minutes left before we sign off. So let's just popcorn around again and share. We'd love to hear anything you may have named, any sort of exciting new reframes you're excited to water throughout the week, throughout your life. Well, what do we got?
Well, that money equals greed that I posted.
Yeah.
That's something that popped up, which I never thought about really. The feeling that if you have more money than those people around you, like your friends or your community, that you are spoiled or greedy. Now, I don't know if they make you feel like that by their comments or their, well, no, some do make me feel like that with their comments. Like, yeah, isn't that great for you? Not good for you. That's cool. Not in the way that, wow, good for you. That's cool. Which I know is not true. I am not spoiled or greedy, but having that, I don't know.
I want to be spoiled and greedy.
Okay. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
I'll work
Yay.
on that.
Spoiled and greedy.
I can help you with that, I suppose.
Good, thanks.
You're welcome.
Nice.
I also wanted to share something. It's off topic, but
What you got? What you making?
those are the gem bags that I've been making.
Oh, for your treasures, huh?
Right. For rocks, coins, whatever you think is power.
Yeah.
So I'm beginning that. So I'm making a new one right now. So
Those are adorable.
yeah, they're just a couple inches by 3 inches about. Not very big, but this is long enough to put around your neck.
Yeah.
so that if you wanted to roll up money and put it in there and carry it with you, if you were feeling like, you
Dude.
know,
Trying to put my gold nuggets in there.
there you go. Got the gold nuggets. Got a spot for those.
All right, guys. Well, I want to honor our time. We got maybe just a minute. So yeah, anyone else want to share what they're excited to marinate in their connection with money, what they want to create more of, reframe, what have you?
I would say that just there's money all around us flowing constantly and endless opportunities. And I'm personally excited because I'm seeing more and more of those opportunities aligned with what's beneficial for the environment and the world, and still a long way to go, but there's a lot of opportunity there right now and growing, I think.
Indeed. Good
Gotta
reminder.
get out of our own way. Open up the doors.
Do things differently.
Not be afraid.
Nice.
Thanks,
Thank
Matt.
you.
You're so welcome. You guys, thank you so much for joining this money exploration with me. I'm gonna keep playing in this realm. So feel free to join next week. Maybe next week will be a little more like practical money habits, like kind of like the timeless suggestions that people offer around money. It was fun to really kind of tap into our heart and get more into like the why, what's the motivating force. But yeah, there's just some good, healthy financial practices out there that I'm excited to share. So that might be what we explore next week. We'll see.
Thank you, Matt.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Love you all.
Love you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye now.
Happy week, you money mystics.
Oh, there you go.
That's a good journal page. Money Mystic.
Money mystics. Can't wait to see it.